All right, I'm joined here by Jackson M3 Chauke. He'll be taking on Piri coming up this weekend at the Four Ways Farmers Market. Firstly, how are you feeling ahead of the fight, Jackson?
Thank you for having me again, Hayden. Like always, preparing for a fight, we take boxing seriously because we risk our lives. I'm feeling great. We've been training for long now. I think it's almost like 4 to 5 months in camp, been having fights that were not happening, you know. But I'm feeling great.
And I have to ask the question because it's the first fight that you've had since the Ricardo Malajika fight. How's the confidence levels going in?
Confident, you know. Ricardo's fight, it's a loss that it was a hard pill to swallow, you know. But things happen, so I had to accept, you know, and move on. Confidence level still 110. I'm definitely sure that I'm becoming the WBC Africa champion.
A nice belt on the line as well, because I know with Damien, he likes to get his boxes into those WBC ratings. So for you, it's a good opportunity to also move up through the rankings. Apart from just winning the belt, there's obviously more at stake.
Yeah, for me, what is at stake more is to get a win. You know, I want to get into my winning ways again. That's the very important thing going into this fight.
How do you feel about sort of the drive in this fight? Obviously, it's Piri's promoter. You going on their promotion, and they seem to be very confident that this is the next big thing in South African boxing, or he's not South African, but you know what I'm trying to say, in this South African boxing scene.
I've got no pet vibes with Brett. We're very good friends. As a promoter, I will also feel the same. Bringing up a boxer, taking him into a title fight. So I can understand the situation with them. So they cannot invest in a boxer that they don't believe in. So for them to put him against me, which means they believe in his potential, which is good. We all want to see everyone grow in whatever they're doing. But come the 16th, I'm becoming champion. I've done it before, where I spoil people's plans, you know. But it is what it is. It's sports. It's not personal.
Yeah, there's been a lot of youngsters that have fallen to your prey. But Jackson, your camp, how has it gone?
So far the camp has been good. I think I started preparing for fights that never happened. I think somewhere in May. As soon as my suspension was lifted for the stoppage against Ricardo, that's when I started training. Then I had fights were not happening. So since then I've been like in camp for the whole time.
And obviously now, as opposed to the last fight, you're very confident as well then. But you mentioned that off camera that your camp has gone a lot better this time around. If you can compare the two camps, maybe.
If you compare the two camps, the last camp, when I lost against Ricardo, you must remember, the fight was proposed to me as soon as I lost. I won the IBO in England, which was 2023.
Yes.
So 2023, the whole year, I never fought. So
you came into the ring, though. You did guys come into the ring face to face.
Yeah, we came into the ring. We did whatever. We talked, and then you must remember the 2023, the whole year, I never fought. So the whole year I've been like 2023 was a frustrating year for me. So then I think the fight was announced the same year, but the same year, I could count how many times I've been in the gym. So that year, I was not active, 2023. Only started training for that fight, I think November, somewhere there. So we prepared for that fight. When we prepared for that fight, we fought. I think we fought in March. So comparing the two camps, there's a big difference. And I'm not preparing for the same opponent. These are two different opponents. They might train together, but these are two different. This is a different level. But comparing the two camps, I think this camp is the better camp.
All right, so you're expecting a really good version of yourself. Have you seen him running again since that time? You said that you tried to avoid him.
Yeah, I think he is avoiding me. But I've changed my times. Or I think I run early in the morning. I don't know about him, but I see him maybe around 8. That's when I used to see him, but I haven't seen him. But I think he feels that. I know boxers will feel the same way because we're going through the same thing. I think he also feels the same way how I feel. I don't want to see him all the time. I want to see him in the ring.
And when he got up he wasn't talking a lot, obviously. That's not his style, as he says. He doesn't like to talk a lot. But eventually, you got him to crack. He didn't want the manager to speak on his behalf, and he said, he's kind of like almost abruptly said, "Let me speak now." Do you think that that psychological side of the game plays an impact in this fight?
It plays an impact in every fight, in every man's mind. We all think. For him to stand up for himself, he wants to show also he's also a lion. He's the one who's going to fight there. And also another thing is that I don't like boxers like leaving their managers to do all the talking for them and all of that. I think it's high time we need to stand up for ourselves and speak your mind. You might have that silent confidence, and but even his silent confidence, even his confidence that he showed, it doesn't bother me.
So you think but one thing that I didn't want to mention, sorry, just before I got there, was you've commentated on his fights previously, and not knowing that you were going to fight him in the future, just as a general observer, did you think anything special of him at the time when you were commentating on him?
Let me correct you there. Like you saying, not knowing that I was going to fight him. Yeah. No, I had the feeling.
Okay.
Even when I bump into him most of the time when we're running. When you are a boxer, some things that you don't even say, but you can feel them inside. Say, no, this one day, me and him were going to fight. I already had a feeling that one day, I think him also, he can tell you the same thing, because we're in the same division. Especially if someone is in your division, you're going to have that feeling that you say, maybe one day. But I had a strong feeling that one day we are going to fight. And commentating in his fights, I think I commentated 2 of his fights. I've seen improvements. I've also seen some things that I can work on to win.
And how much do you think they prepared for you? I mean, you're a well-established boxer, so it's not like there's a shortage of footage. There's a lot of stuff on you online. So do you think they're preparing even stronger than what you've seen previously?
I think, look, he's got an experienced trainer. He's an experienced trainer. He's produced multiple world champions. I think they studied most of the fights. But I know they're going to come in hard. So that's why I've prepared hard.
Have you prepared something different for him?
With me, it's all about what he brings to the table. So what he brings to the table, I'll try and adopt to that.
Is there any threats that he brings that you think might trouble you on the night?
I don't see any threat. I'm not worried. It's like I've been boxing for years now. It doesn't bother me who am I fighting. So as soon as we get in the ring, then I figure my opponent out.
And you're very confident that you're coming out?
I'm very confident. I'm 120% 20% that I'm winning.
Again, a prediction of how the fight pans out. Sorry.
I told you I stopped predicting fights when Cassius.
try.
Okay,
Yeah.
when Cassius lost against Malcolm, that was the end. I tried predicting me and Ramachole, and I got dropped in the first round. So I said, no, I don't predict fights, but I'm definitely sure. I mean, it's not the first time that I've said this.
I know this, I know.
Yeah, but
I must try.
yeah, you can try. You're a journalist. I've heard that you've got a degree in journalism.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. That's very good. Congratulations, bro. Yeah. So I'm not gonna predict, but I know for sure I'm gonna win.
100%. Jackson, do you want to send Piri a message before you step in the ring with him?
To him, but he knows that it's a fight, bruh. He knows. I know he's prepared. Let's just go there and give the fans what they expect, because I've seen a lot of comments. People are expecting war. So let's go out there and give people what they deserve.
100%. Make sure you guys are there at the Fourways Farmers Market, the main event of the evening for the WBC Africa title. Piri versus Chauke, or Chauke versus Piri, however you want to put it, is on fight night. Looking forward to it. All the best for the fight, Jackson.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, do you want to send any thank yous, any shout outs? I actually forgot about that.
I would send to my sponsors and everyone who supported my journey throughout my career, and my family. Yeah. And my sparring partners, everyone who supports boxing, thank you.